All right, and the race begins.
So good luck to both the runners.
Yes. So there are two main things about Sirius Station. Getting through it, the rooms as quickly as you can by stopping in front of doors to let them open a little bit before you start running through them, and arm pumping to get a little bit more speed.
Yeah, by default, angle up and angle down are on the shoulder buttons, the L and R buttons of the controller, essentially. And by doing that as you're moving a certain direction, it moves Samus in that direction by 1 pixel. So it really doesn't. It's only a gain by doing that. Helps for optimizing movement overall.
45 and a 43 in series times.
And for this match, I know that CFB will be going. CFB goes actually early ice and late Crocomire. Meanwhile, Nutella goes for early Crocomire and late ice. Although those routes won't differ up until after they collect Wave Beam. For now, they're just gonna head down the climb. I guess not climb the climb, instead fall down the climb and collect Morph Ball and their first pack of missiles to get this 100% collection started.
Through pit room, there was some nice gap skipping there. Uh, by aiming down, Samus's hitbox becomes shorter, and it's possible to make it across a short gap and land on the other side without jumping.
Essentially, by doing that, you pretty much have control of Samus's hitbox, and so what you'll see some runners. Well, I mean, for certain, what you're going to be seeing these runners do is something what they call a ledge grab or even down grabs, which is to get Samus to land on whatever platform they're jumping onto as early as possible. Again, also for optimal movement through the rooms.
That's also something that's based on manipulating the height of Samus's hitbox.
That's true, yeah. So pretty much the longer that you hold the jump button, of course, the higher that she will go up. And by letting go, you can kind of stop the ascension.
So both runners now are in Bomb Teresa room, collected the bombs, and now they have to deal with Bomb Teresa.
Somewhat of a tricky fight, but I mean, after enough practice, you kind of get used to how they actually move and avoid getting pimp slapped by Bomb Teresa initially at that first, as soon as the fight engages.
So now they're entering Brinstar and getting ready to get their first super missiles. This involves a mock ball, which is a way to preserve your horizontal momentum while morphed. Lets you get under the gates.
Yeah, the first sequence break of the run. The intended method is to actually get speed booster and revisit this section.
The first reserve tank is also in this area. That allows storing some excess energy to be used when. Oh, well,
Yeah, it's fine. Of course, you obviously want to
yeah.
be able to get the time save by getting the reverse mock ball under that gate, coming out of collecting the collecting
It's
the reserve tank.
it's unfortunate to see neither runner get the reverse mock ball.
And Nutella was almost skipping out on the missile there, but thankfully he remembered.
Was just gonna say something about that.
Nutella actually has not invested much time into the 100% category. He actually just did his first run, I'm certain, late last year. But you can tell right off the bat, based on his PB, that he was able to grind that down. And that's not even, optimizing his movement. He's done really quite well.
So what CFB just did there is another mock ball. That one, you preserve. You can bounce once and still have your speed. So bouncing off the step below lets you keep the running forward speed to the step below that, getting you through the room a little bit faster.
Good attempt by CFB to get the optimal jump over the pit into Kraid's lair. See if Nutella can land it.
So both are now across, and CFB is entering the Kraid fight. Where we hope for a successful quick kill.
CFB in the right position for the missile setup.
And that's a very well executed quick kill. Let's see how Nutella does.
Nutella goes for the charge shot method, which is just a tad bit slower, but a little more reliable. Because it stuns Kraid's arm.
Ooh, the last super missile missed. But a charge shot finished the job.
Yeah, that was a really good recovery, so.
The way that works is by landing a shot with on a particular part of Kraid's mouth opening animation, it gets stuck in that position and allows you to land enough supers to kill Kraid before he rises. So after getting the energy tank on the way back, they'll be entering Norfair for their first visit to collect some items from there for later. Well, for the rest of the run. We got sort of a high five opportunity there with CFB exiting the room with the high jump E-tank as Nutella was collecting it.
That just demonstrates good sportsmanship, you know? The love that the Super Metroid community has for each other. These speedrunners, I swear. You guys make us proud. CFB doing a really good job avoiding getting sniped by the cack attack and
The real
is able to
final
recover.
boss.
Yeah, that's actually very true. It's can get quite a time loss if you happen to drop from there.
Yeah, that's a tricky jump just to get to where you wall jump up to there. And with that cack attack, Spike able to knock you out of the air and break your spin. Bad things can happen.
Although what Nutella did there is also for safety, which is as soon as you wall jump, you want to go into morph ball form.
Oh, looks like we got a speed booster hallway high five opportunity too.
CFB asking for supers. Asking for supers. He's asking for supers, but he got the supers, so he's good to go. He's gonna collect Wave Beam and then skip out on Crocomire for right meow. But he's gonna collect ice thereafter.
The early Crocomire route does not get ice yet, but deferring it to later requires getting ice now because that's needed to do the clip and Meridia toward the string ball, which is the only thing that grapple would otherwise be actually required for.
CFB is really showcasing some optimal movement in Norfair. This is actually quite a good run.
And CFB is now reaching the spot where the two routes diverge. Going left is the late grapple route, heading out of Norfair, but going and grabbing the ice beam along the way.
Oh, Nutella's going in then for this one. And I recall he did say he's actually gonna make this one a really competitive run. So really, I applaud him for doing new route. In fact, he was actually, and maybe we're gonna get to see it later in the run. He found out this somehow consistent strat for getting the ice clip.
CFB is about to do Alpha Spark, so called because it is the first Shine Spark in any percent. And actually, I guess in this route, it's also the first one in this run. But it looks like there was no spark charge. So there we saw how having ice is nice for Red Tower climb. So there's Alpha Spark from Nutella.
Thankfully, CFB had a really good Red Tower segment. He's gonna start making his way to the red ship. And this new route, this early ice late grapple route, is also just a bit more riskier, simply because you go into the wreck ship with one less E tank than you would with early grapple, making the Phantoon fight also a little more dangerous, as well as the spiky death room that follows.
I see CFB going for Ocean Fly. But unfortunately, the missile despawned. So CFB is well into, the unpowered wreck ship getting the missile. And through the room where the spikes, for some reason, need power to hurt you.
Yeah, you need some Nintendo power to hurt you.
So CFB has entered the Phantoon fight, one of the larger sources of RNG in the run. We'll see what type of patterns occur.
I don't know if he might have gotten plain lame right there. Hopefully
It looked good
not.
to me.
Oh, yep, they all
Wow.
landed
Oh,
both times.
yeah, that's a perfect 2-round. Fast.
CF blatting all over Phantoon there.
And Nutella getting ready to go into the fight.
Let's pray for some good RNG here. Yes, CFB isn't done yet. He still has yet to navigate through spiky death room.
Right. Wreck ship cleanup is one of the most dangerous parts of the run because of that room.
Excellent, also excellent Phantoon fight for Nutella. Patterns were a little off, but still.
And nothing that can really be done about that. So CFB is now headed into Spiky Death Room. A hit from the falling spikes does an entire tank of damage. So it is possible for very bad things to happen in that room. And that bomb jump there is another consequence of not having grapple. One of the added pieces of trickiness of new route. Very nice reverse spiky death room. It looks like Nutella is going for shine sparking across Spiky Death Room.
Which is also fairly safe, to be honest, and also not that much slower. Like, that's the important part. You want to be able to have a reliable method of getting through that room, and that one actually really works out well. Let's see if we also had a clean left side attic.
And right side also. uh, that was a very nice use of the speed booster and that method of clearing attic out. And the speed keep at the end is
Yeah,
always nice to see.
to set that up, it does require a stutter 3-tap, and that's a really tight stutter 3-tap. So Intel just wants to be a little bit more careful, avoiding.
Those were a lot of spike hits. Alright, here goes Nutella through attic. Going for the Shine Spark strat, but going a little bit too high with it.
Oh, that was actually a nice snipe with the super missile, killing both the Atom and the Key Hunter.
It's always nice to be able to save ammo. And CFB with Bowling Spark. Now
Intelligence brain, put him through.
And now it gets to sit back for a few seconds while Bowling Teresa does his thing.
So I think what Nutella was trying to do there is trying to farm for health. He definitely does not want to stop at the ship, but by the looks of his health, he might have to. But anything to keep the run going, of course. That, or he could be enhancing the experience of playing Super Metroid by utilizing as much super missiles as possible. So I do commend him for that.
There's another Bowling Spark.
The important thing about having health is really just also for the wreck ship reserve tank, because otherwise, if you don't have enough health for it, you need the health to get the Shine Spark, and then pretty much Shine Spark breaks the blocking that the wreck ship reserve tank. CFB looks like he might be in a good standing.
That's definitely more than enough health. But not by too much. Well, now I'm not sure. We're just barely there.
Yeah, that's
Might need to
true.
take a little bit from the reserve. Or jump forward a little bit before letting the gauntlet spark off.
It looks like he's going for the reserve, yeah. As long as he has 225 energy, that's really all that matters, so he'll be fine.
Oh, there goes Gauntlet Spark. Hitting the door just as the health gets low enough to make the Shine Spark stop anyway. So that will bring CFB to the crumble blocks.
Also wants to be careful here.
Lineup. Gotta make sure you hit both columns of them.
Careful lineup and the reckless quick drop, but of course CFB is a professional, so he knows exactly how to handle those quick drops.
Right. It would be awful to have to go all the way back around. Although that could be deferred until just before entering Torian, so it doesn't lose as much time as having to go all the way back around now would. So Nutella actually about to forming the setup for the Gauntlet Spark, which is the wraparound shot. Opening that left door from the other side of the map. With only the wave beam on, which is the case due to X-Factoring Fantoon, that is a pixel perfect shot.
Yeah, and it only works if you, with a charge shot, meaning if you were to stand in that same position and not charge a shot and shoot anyway, it wouldn't open.
And Nutella has the crumble blocks lined up and gets both missiles. As CFB just went past where the extra item fanfare is. Visiting those Etacoons. And now doing Pink Brinstar cleanup. Getting that combined diagonal Shine Spark and Power Bomb drop to pre-open a yellow door, open the way into the room that CFB is entering right now, and get up to it. But no quick drop to the Power Bombs, so not able to exit the entrance of that room, and so doesn't quite get the best path through Big Pink.
Nutella with the swag, he actually gap skipped to get the E-tank.
That's a risky thing to do because falling through that requires going all the way back around.
That's pretty pro. Shoutouts to Hodoruby clan.
So CFB has acquired the Spore Spawn Supers by going in the exit. And that's done with careful positioning of Samus and the camera so that shooting a super into the morph tunnel where the exit is will hit the super block before the super missile goes off screen enough to despawn. So Nutella about to go for the quick drop. Gets the quick drop.
And from here you can just buffer the inputs. Simply holding right and jump. And then of course following it up with the... He can continue to hold right and then press jump as he gets the wall jump animation.
Right, because there's a wall on both sides.
It's a good attempt nonetheless.
So there was the Sportsplan skip shot.
That was a sick mock ball by CFB.
CFP playing extra power bomb for good luck. And also to pre-open a door that goes into Blueprint Store that's not used until close to the end of the run.
CFB here going to attempt what he was practicing right before the race. Just forgot to let go of the charge shot, but that's fine. It's really swag. It saves a little bit of time. From here, CFB can get started on Meridia, coming up soon after he just power bombs the glass.
There was a 3-tap for Main Street missiles.
Yeah, center tree, it's pretty tight. Short charge there. Until it coming up on the pipe missiles.
Looks like Nutella was trying to also do Blockbuster, but jumped a little short. Doing that involves positioning the shot and the jump properly so that the shot opens the door with timing such that you're able to mock ball through it. And keeping the speed echoes into the next room breaks some blocks under you for you to fall directly through to where you want to go. Nutella shine sparking up fish tank. Something I don't see too often.
TFB is done with the Meridia Beach item collection. He's gonna get started on working his way over to Botwoon, which will require a specific X Factor to start the fight, and then followed, and assuming he lands all 4 particles, he just has to finish Botwoon off with 7 super missiles.
It's only 6 if all particles hit.
Oh, excuse me.
And all 4 particles hit. But one of the supers had to wait to next round. That was close to a 1-round Buttoon. Still very nice. Oh, but a little bit too high with the full halfie attempt, resulting in a quarter halfie.
So I do like that name, the quarter half.
So CFB is now starting the Dragon fight. Probably one of the most tricky fights to actually pull everything off in.
Shifty also, what he did at the beginning. Oh, nice, excellent X Factor there too. Did at the beginning, as soon as he entered the room, was wipe out the turrets, just to avoid from getting sniped.
3 Shine Sparks and Blue Suit, very nicely done.
And Nutella finishing up Botwoon had also a really good fight as well.
That Blue Suit results from the Shine Spark being interrupted by the fact that Dragon died. It gives it's pretty much speed echoes that last until you either use them in a Shine Spark or attempt to run. So that'll be used to attempt to get the reverse halfie. And there it is.
With a high 5 in the Coliseum room. And I am positive CFB is going to collect this E-Tank, yep. After this, he's actually going to make his way down the quicksand.
You pass through that room one more time, so it's possible to leave that E-Tank until then.
Tried to get the speed keep set up, and no, he's fine. He's good. Just gonna turn Ice and Spazer back on for the ice clip coming up after collecting these 2 items here.
And there's a dead Dragon for Nutella also, with the blue suit.
So let's hope CFB can get
CFB is getting to ice clip. But looks like another attempt at that will be needed. This is probably the trickiest part of doing new route.
Zippy's just struggling a little bit. CFB can do it. I've seen him do it. He's seen himself do it. Oh, that. Whew, this is tense.
Getting closer.
There we go.
There we go.
First try. Good job, CFB. Way to blat it up.
So that'll give
You can just relax
another
your
opportunity to sit back and wait as Shaktual digs through the sand.
This is fine, CFB. This is fine. He might take out his rage on Shaktual, depending on what the roulette says here. The ammo. No. Guess not. I would
Well,
understand
there is
if he would.
always the way back.
Oh, let's see here. If Nutella does his setup for the ice clip.
First
Perfect.
try, wonderful.
Yes, that is the setup. That is a really consistent, reliable, wonky setup, and I'm glad that he pulled it off on stream. Pulled it
Ooh,
off.
unfortunately a little late on the Shaktual power bomb.
He just wants to chill with him.
Yeah, it's always good to chill with Shaktual.
So for
Except
CFB, there's
run.
no more stupid tricks. You can just play the game from here on out. It's all item collection from here. Nutella is just a well-renowned Brazilian speedrunner. I just wanted to throw that info just so that people are aware.
So there's the final beam upgrade for CFB, given that this is new route. Nutella headed toward Plasma now as CFP finishes up Cactac Alley and is going down the other set of sand pits. But also needs to get Aqueduct, missiles, and supers. Alright, Speed Echoes through the door. We'll see what happens there. Very nice. Speed Keep through a jump up the passage there.
Yeah, with a good amount of of momentum to get him up there.
Yeah, just gotta watch out for if you go the other way with those speed echoes.
Oh yeah, you do actually risk soft locking there. It's if you if you get the speed keep, but then forget to keep it. I mean, thankfully there's a fairly large window. CFB is not going to get started on Norfair just yet. He's going to want to not forget the crate missiles.
Right, those are easy items to forget. That reserve tank and that missile pack were the last items of Meridia, so it is time to head on into Lower Norfair and also get the Kraid missiles at some point. So there are the Kraid missiles.
Looks like it's a good
Ooh,
entrance.
that's
Nice.
very, very nice.
He must
Getting
be
that
so proud.
speedball there involves uh, involves very precise positioning of the jump and very and having and not having too much speed.
Yeah, I
So
believe it's
it takes a very short charge to do that.
stutter 4, if I'm not mistaken. I think it could even be done with a stutter 3. But the important thing is to give those the dash button some really clean taps.
The FB doing some very nice keeping of speed through the rooms from the our left missile to the lower Norfair entrance. And now
Accidentally
going
dropped
for
the
chronic
space
boost.
jump. Interesting fact, Chronic Sauce actually named that T boost the fuzzy boost initially, but I think people just preferred the chronic boost.
So hopefully we'll be seeing a spring ball trick here.
It was close, landed too
Almost.
early.
Not quite making it all the way across the acid, but most of the way there. And still able to lay the power bomb close enough to open up the statue. And Nutella springballing across the one of the rooms after the far left missile.
And narrowly avoiding his Nutella refill.
Oh, there's chronic boost.
Really well done. That looked a little fishy. Thankfully he got it.
And CFB in the Golden Chorizo fight got the
Positioning himself, yeah.
missile and then got into the safe position. And that will result in screw attack. To get the maximum benefit of the Shine Spark that CFB just did, there can only be one tile column that you're in, so that you make it all the way up to the top, but still have a lot of the platform left. So Nutella made it over to the Golden Chorizo missile. Falling through those crumble blocks requires going all the way back around, and it's
Yeah,
a large loss of time if that happens.
I believe it might be close to a minute. Cause you have to...
The spring ball strat is definitely the safest way to handle that, because holding the jump button down while dropping onto crumble blocks in morph form will bounce you off of them before they break. Nutella with fast pillars, shine sparking through them.
Got that magic money.
And CFB at the power bombs of shame. Actually, almost actually needing them, but I mean, you need them since it's 100%, but only one power bomb was left at that point. So where Nutella just left with the Mickey Mouse missiles, the bottom row of blocks there is crumble blocks. So that's one remaining spot where crumble blocks can make you very sad. Particularly if you accidentally screw attack near the upper blocks when you didn't want to.
Yeah, the risky strat is trying to get the mock ball.
And CFB is in the Ridley fight, landing the 20 necessary shots.
Looks like CFB prefers, of course, to... I mean, really is all preference how you want to manipulate Ridley's movement. Just by standing on the platform itself, you're more likely to get pogo Ridley, as opposed to while you're in the air, wall jumping. As long as you're not on that platform, you're gonna get swoops.
There was a nice double Kago for Nutella, now in the Metal Pirate room.
I wonder if we're gonna see... Maybe not. I was hoping for a powerhouse high five, so that they could plow each other. But I guess they
There's
get
the high five.
transition. Yeah. Nutella is really going to make the most out of his super missiles. 30 super missiles actually finishes off Ridley. And it is a faster method.
Right, there is Wasteland Speedball for CFB. A very nice way to get out of that room. Well, with what CFB just did there, that's the first time I've seen an item collected right after the start of a damage boost. What I normally see happen there is buffering the damage boost off of the item.
TFB making the right decision to proceed with the Ruby special instead of going back for the missiles.
There's Wasteland Speedball for Nutella also. Yeah, that Speedball plus Springball over those missiles there is... Well, it's always a nice thing to see, even if it goes over the missiles. I mean, ideally it would go through them. And that will bring CFB to the Frankersy missiles.
CFB just letting the dogs out. Escaping lower North Ferry. Still not done with North Ferry in general because he still has yet to visit Crocomire.
That Bubble Mountain missile in the old route would be the final Norfair item, but for in this race, it is not. There is still Crocomire to handle. Thanks to the plasma beam, it's a very easy fight.
Oh, that's an excellent super. Also enhancing his Super Metroid experience. Good job, CFB.
There's going to be a lot of flashing.
Yeah, so look away if you're Lil Wayne.
So because you never were intended to have plasma for these early mini boss fights, the bosses were not programmed to absorb the plasma shot, so it keeps hitting them and hits Crocomire enough times to push him all the way back into the acid.
Chippy with desperate attempts at the spike suit. Called it a mean
That
suit.
takes one, I believe it's 1 2 frame window and then a frame perfect input.
That is correct, yes.
So getting that would have resulted in a Shine Spark suit, which is a Shine Spark charge that lasts until used. The challenge is actually getting it to where you want it without accidentally using the Shine Spark.
That is correct. But the way that can happen is if you happen to jump while stationary, or if you happen to shoot. If you're in the air, you aim upwards and you shoot. You can also set off the shine spark, and the whole goal is to store that shine spark up until right before X-ray room, so you can spark right across that entire spiky death room, but of no death. It's just spiky death, or spiky room, I guess. In Red Tower, of course.
Well, pre-X-ray room. CFB, one of the other things that's made easier by in the new route is getting to that missile. Because you can space jump to it from the from where grapple is.
Nutella and Jake have both said that the reason that they run new route is simply because they don't have to use the grapple beam to collect those missiles. Optimally, that is.
Yeah, the grapple across to there in early grapple route is very tough.
Yeah, for an intended method of the game.
When I watch like blind playthroughs try to get that one, I often see them resort to shine sparking to it. That is a very tough thing to be the intended way to get something.
I think Nutella. I think Nutella is a nice guy. That's what I was gonna say. I believe Nutella is also dedicating this run to Tanya Mercedes. So shout outs to her.
The OCFB is now headed over to the X-ray scope. It's nice to be able to see where everything is, although it's not too useful if you already know that. It also it tends to get in the way more than anything else.
Craig, that's when trying to select your ammo or trying to cancel out.
It does have its uses in other categories, though. Like making plasma shots hit multiple times in the early boss, well, intended early bosses in RBO. So CFB through the door that would have been yellow, but that extra power bomb early in well, on the second pass through Green Hill pre-opened it. And getting a nice speedball through the middle room of Retro Brinstar. So sometimes if that E-Tank is grabbed with just the wrong timing during the powerbomb explosion, it's possible for it to leave one of the columns of blocks there intact. There are a few rooms in the game where there's some item there and they also hide a missile somewhere. And in that case, the first item's a missile. And then there's more.
To be approaching his last item of the game to collect. Just the last missile pack.
Right after getting that last super pack that was at the top of that room. And then it's time to go deal with the Metroids and with Mother Brain. So there is that final item. And meanwhile, Nutella is headed up the elevator with a Shine Spark charge, using it to get through Pit Room and not have to deal with the pits. And CFB has reached the statue room. The last time of being able to sit back for a little bit. And get ready to finish everything.
Let's see how CFB blets these Metroids up.
CFB preemptively turning off screw attack for doing Zeb skip using Beast Beam. Also turning off Varia to make getting stand-up glitch easier, because it will cause Mother Brain's Rainbow Beam to do more damage. Nice Metroid rooms. Lots of really quick item switching. So Nutella is now in the statue room.
Nice and
While
chill.
CFB preparing to deal with the remaining Metroid in the game. But it gets caught right away.
Well, at least you faced right.
Right? Saves, I think, what is it, 40 frames?
Yes, 40 frames indeed.
Dumping the reserve tank, but didn't get that quite fast enough to pause before the Metroid finished draining.
Might be for the sake of just not dying to one of the hot Cheerios at all.
Well, I mean, dumping the reserves there and letting the Metroid drain them away would let you Crystal Flash right then and there.
That there is that as well. So it looks like Zippy is in the clear.
Yeah, CFB needs to be very careful. Alright, got below 50. Good. That's the
Oh,
key.
like,
Sometimes you can end up in a spot where, well, where you're not below 50, but you're low enough that, like if you're in the 50s, getting double hit by Mother Brain trying to get below 50 would result in death. I've seen that happen way too many times. But now, 20 shots have landed. Time to set stand-up glitch up.
Nutella got the baby skip. It's looking a little dicey, but thankfully, thank the Lord he got it.
Looks like Nutella doing the speed booster based Zeb skip. That's one way to handle still having screw attack on.
Yeah, I believe he prefers that method over having to down back.
And CFB delivering the damage to phase 3.
Yeah, getting an early start on that. I believe what you would want is 40 shots, is it?
40 is the full amount of health. 40 shots. And at the end there, you have to be really careful not to have a shot on the screen at 2 specific times. So that slightly limits the amount of shots you can get in, but it'll generally only take a couple of hyper beam shots anyway.
And CFB is in the clear. He just wants to make sure to get to his ship that passes by on the hour. So it looks like he'll be safe. Oh no, Nutella! Whatever will you do? I'm just kidding. Of course he knows to bomb jump there.
So through that door that CFB went through, the hit during that Shine Spark crash actually gave enough iframes to jump straight through that enemy on the left wall. And there's Climb Spark.
And good game.
And that is time for CFB.
Got the shuttle on time.
All that's left is confirming that it was 100%.
And assuming he did get the 100% item collection rate, this does make him the winner of the race, of course. And will be advancing.
Congrats.
No, seriously, that was a stellar run.
Yeah, 2 very good runs to watch. CFB's SRL time 1:22:16.
Congratulations. Whew. Tell us closing in here on the last. Ooh. Nice.
Yeah, it's always interesting to see the left side spark once in a while. Oh, going this way, are we?
Well, last time
Will it be a
Nutella
save or will it be a taunt? Ah, no. Emptying the remaining missiles into the room.
I believe Chris Hansen is in that room as well, if I'm not mistaken. Last time that's where Chris Hansen popped out of. Ooh,
Getting
the
out with
Alcatraz.
Alcatraz. Definitely has a different feeling to it when you have high jump and space jump and everything.
Yeah, and everything's shaking as well.
Ah, trying to leave the planet without the ship. And that is time for Nutella.
Good game.
Indeed. Very good runs to watch. Nutella's SRL time was 1:24:57. So all that's left is confirmation of 100% items for each of them.
Shoutouts to Brazil.
Gear Force, by the way.
CCFB, they're attempting a spring clip again. Not the ice clip, but the spring clip. Because it's almost spring.
And 100%. That means that CFB is officially our winner. Congratulations.
CFB. Make sure to follow both of the runners, by the way.
Yes, definitely follow the runners. Very good runs.
Let's see, it'd be pretty interesting.
Alright, just a little bit of credits left for Nutella.
Saw the Super Metroid action though for tonight. There is a race tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Behemoth 87 versus Jake 1891. That will be commentated by Cross Product. Shoutouts to our senpai Yokoi.
Time for Gear Force again.
Baby, shake, shake, shake that penis in my fucking asshole.
And there we are. Two very nice 100% runs.
Thank you everybody for watching. It's been a thrill. It's been chill. It's been all of the above.
Yeah, don't forget to follow the runners.
And Stump, it's been also really nice commentating with you.
Yeah, it was nice to commentate with you.
Everyone have a good night.
Yeah. See everyone next mission.
But not next fusion. All right, bye.